in Woonsocket, providing excellent eye care with state-of-the-art equipment and glasses made while you wait. Atlantic Family Eye Care, 765-5430.
Sunny skies today with a high of 41 degrees and a breeze from the west. Tonight, increasingly cloudy, overnight low of 25 degrees, calm wind. Sunday's weather, some precipitation, 80% chance of some snow in the morning, switching over to rain later in the day, high of 50 degrees, little or no snow accumulation is expected. Sunday night, 80% chance of more rain, overnight low of 32. Could be a switchover. A quarter to a half an inch of rain is possible. Monday's weather, sunshine and 40. Tuesday, back to the snow in the morning, switching over to the rain later in the day with a high of 41. Tuesday night, another 80% chance of a mix of snow and rain overnight. Wednesday, chance of snow in the morning, mostly sunny later in the day Wednesday with a high of 39. Thursday, partly sunny and 39, and Friday, mostly sunny skies with a high near 32 degrees for the day.
Currently outside our Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio here on Park Avenue in Woonsocket, the temperature is 33 degrees.
We're local and live at 99.5 FM, ON AM and FM.
Good morning and welcome to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. I'm Kevin Callahan, joined by Pat Holland. Good morning, Pat. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah? Good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, kind of low-key.
Low-key?
Got
to spend the morning with me.
That
was cool.
I was thrown off, so I thought today was Monday. And yesterday I wasn't even thinking that we had a show today, and then you sent me an email, and I'm like, oh yeah, today's Friday.
And then I was thrown off. I walked in 3-4 minutes earlier than I usually am, and you and Dave are already.
Hey, we're always working.
Thought I missed a memo or something. I'm like, uh-oh, what happened? So we had me, you, Brendan. We had a tremendous Thanksgiving Day football game to call. 9-7, won by Woonsocket. You know, every year they call it the Thanksgiving Classic. This one was.
Yeah, really good game.
9-7.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the only field goal I called all year was the game-winning field goal with 1:59 to go in the game by Woonsocket, 28-yarder to win the game by a hybrid left-footed kicker. Couldn't tell if he was straight on or if he was going to be a soccer-style kick, and he bombed that thing.
Yeah, it looked like it would have been good for about 40.
Yeah, exactly. So, great game. Congratulations to Woonsocket on a 9-7 victory. The 61st annual Thanksgiving Day Classic, as we like to promote it, as the second longest uninterrupted Rhode Island Classic behind East Providence and LaSalle. Stonington's in Connecticut. They don't count in the Coventry, West Warwick, which we'll actually be talking about in a second.
Right.
They were interrupted for 14 years in the 50s and 60s, and another 2 years in the 70s. They don't count. So Pat, I wanted to kind of get your thoughts. Maybe it's because everything gets caught on camera nowadays. There's been some troubling trends in high school. As we now know, Smithfield football had their problems with their seniors a while ago. Then comes Rogers High School down in Newport with their problems. That's been very well publicized. That was just last week. But then Thursday, during the West Warwick Coventry game, the game was called with almost a whole fourth quarter to be played. In high school football, as people may or may not know, the 12-minute quarters. This game was called with 10 minutes plus with change. With Coventry was winning 38-0. So the game was out of hand at this point. And I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But the story goes, it was a bench clearing brawl in the fourth quarter, and the refs canceled the remainder of the game. Did you hear about that before I mentioned it to you? My wife mentioned it to me.
Yeah, I just heard about it on the news. I didn't see any more into it, but yeah, I would imagine that at 38-0 in what a rivalry type game,
right?
Things get out of control, and let's face it, kids watch too much professional sports these days, and they try to reenact what they see on the TV, and
so this is where I want to give Cumberland Athletic Director Monty Crowley and Woonsocket Athletic Director Nancy Giordano credit, a lot of credit. Especially, talk about I think it's a preemptive strike. Last year there were some tempers last couple of years. Cumberland Woonsocket's been a rivalry, huge. It was big when I graduated in the 80s. You got your tempers, flare. Nothing horrible happened last year, but Marty and Nancy basically said, enough's enough. And more by coincidence than anything, you got 2 new coaches this year at Cumberland Woonsocket. And I'm not sure, I think it was Marty that organized it, but he didn't organize it recently on the heels of like Smithfield issues or Rogers.
Right. This was
months ago. We're talking 6 or 7 months ago when we first met the coaches. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we got something in the works for Thanksgiving." This is back in August.
Yeah.
And we talked, and it had already been in the works. And they held a press conference on Monday at Cumberland High School because Cumberland hosted this year with the coach. They had the coaches, and it wasn't just the head coaches either. They both brought some assistant coaches with them as well, both athletic directors, and they brought 4 captains, the 4 captains from each team. And I happened to be there before most of the players got there. A couple of players were there, a couple for Cumberland. But in walked the Woonsocket players with the Cumberland players immediately, unprompted. Shook hands, how's it going? The bro hug, the whole thing. The players, they met. They're not necessarily friends, and they don't have to be. And that was actually a message from Marty during the press conference. But they were respectful opponents. Yeah, you want to beat them, and if it's a clean legal hit, you maybe even want to knock them out of the game. If it's within the rules, get them out because you want to win. But what was really great to hear was Marty talking about the history of the game. The 61st annual game. I don't think the kids really understood at first just how long this rivalry has been. They spoke about the history. They had pizza. They spoke highly of each other. It was a great event. Excuse me. And then ultimately during the game, again, won by Woonsocket 9-7. There were chippy moments. That's what happens in football. Guys, and it almost should happen. And even Marty said that, like, we don't want you not to hit each other and go after each other. But there were some chippy moments, and there was a player actually ejected from the game, and that was handled so perfectly by the refs, perfectly by the coaches. You saw the coaches talking to their teams on the field. It was, you see a player ejected. You see it in soccer. You see it in basketball, football. A player or coach gets ejected in baseball. It's usually an uproar. Here you got a sold-out crowd at Tucker Field. The player gets ejected, and it was the quietest ejection I think I've ever seen in any sport at any level. It was you're the one that told it. Like, player just got ejected. Okay. Oh, we do have a call coming in. Let's go to the Cheap Seats phone hotline, if you will. And welcome to the Cheap Seats.
Good morning, Pat and Kevin. How are you guys this morning? Good morning.
Mr. Crowley, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving once again.
Hold on. Hold on one second, Marty.
Thank you.
Can you hear me? I can't. Go ahead, Marty.
Good morning again. How's that? Better?
Yep, I can hear you.
Well, Kevin always been trying to shut me out anyway, so.
Yeah.
I just want to start with Pat, what you alluded to. First of all, thank you once again always for calling out Thanksgiving Day football game. It's great to have you guys there, and Owen's investment in education-based athletics and Friday Night Lights. You guys were out over and over again this fall. But Pat, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head where kids see what happens on TV and thinks art imitates life. Right? These guys getting millions of dollars are not going to get thrown out of a game. Right? Exactly. Because of their superstars and contractually what they get, where high school kids, you see it in soccer, you see it in like football, that they think the game is bigger than them. And that was I appreciate you talking about that, Kevin, the message we tried to send Monday night when we met with the captains. And, Terry Lynch probably said it best when Terry and Carol and the city, George's wife, were out there at midfield and they were talking and hugging and reminiscing and stuff. And Terry was alluding to the fact that, him and George used to sit in athletic director meetings, and they used to needle each other relentlessly about their playing days against each other. But at the end of the day, they were the same guy. Right. And that's what was our whole message trying to get across.
Yeah, and I think it starts at that level, right? It starts at the athletic director down, and the kids can see that, and you guys set the tone, which was great. And I don't think that happens at a lot of these schools. And unfortunately, you see what happens and there was a big brawl up in Mass. I think it was a Malden Medford game that again, a 100-year-old tradition, and
that was a
big fight at the end of that game.
Yeah.
So. It's tough, and the refs can only do so much. But I think the refs in your situation handled it well. They handed out offsetting personal fouls, I think twice, and then the last set incident that happened, it was a double personal foul on. I'm assuming the same player, and he was immediately ejected, and then it settled down from there.
Yeah, and also shout out to you as well for noticing that. Both coaches went onto the field to address their teams on the field.
Yep.
After there were shenanigans. Coach LaRoche and Coach Codier, good job by them, right? Trying to remind everybody what the deal is.
Yeah.
And it's high school athletics is so good and so valuable in teaching life lessons. You guys know you've been around.
First and foremost, yeah.
Yep. And let's just remember that it's a game. And I kind of said the other night, too, and Nancy and I, Mr. Giardino, who's amazing athletic director in Woonsocket High School, that we were talking about, you can take the Woonsocket kids, put them in blue, take the Cumberland kids, put them in maroon, and come to find out you're the same kids.
Right.
You're just wearing a different color uniform, and that's that.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of these kids, they all might not know each other, but they run into each other in other sports, or they play on a combined team, somewhere down the line, so it's not like they don't know each other. Not all of them, but, for the most part, I think some of at least the top talent players have seen each other at some point.
Yeah.
Well, Marty, I think we lost you there for a second. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, we lost him.
Yeah, we lost him.
All right.
Sorry about that, Marty.
Sorry, Marty.
If you're listening in, call back.
Call back. Can you just recap briefly what Marty was saying?
Yeah, I just basically, that was the and it looks like he's back.
Okay. Hey, Marty.
Yeah, smartphones that don't.
You're a smart person.
Yeah, right.
I would just allude to the fact, like you guys have said, it's high school athletics, and not that it's not in trouble, but kids sports specialize in AAU, and our guys run into each other when soccer, Cumberland, Lincoln, throughout these circles where they play baseball, basketball, even youth football together, right? At some point in time, you can run into each other again, and just be respectful of your opponent and respect the game, and that's what it boils down to.
Yep.
And you even touched on it, Marty. I think during the pregame ceremonies too. I mean, some of these guys they're gonna play with each other at the next level, maybe at URI in a perfect world, even so they're foes that become teammates, and then even teammates might be playing against each other in the future at the next level, depending on the sport as well. So the respect just needs to be there, and again, hats off to you and Nancy for pulling that together on Monday, because I do think that was a preemptive strike without even knowing it.
Yeah, and like you guys alluded to, you saw what happened in another game, and even in Massachusetts. But rivalries are a good thing. Rivalries are what it's fan based, it's community based, right? And alumni, there are alumni all over the place Thursday morning at that game because people are home, and that's. Community-based activity is what it is. So,
yeah.
In closing, thank you guys as always for again going out and doing high school sports. The grassroots effort by you guys, Dave. Brendan McGear was your sideline guy the other day, and thank you guys as always for your commitment, not only here on every Saturday morning, but to high school athletics. So I appreciate you guys.
Oh, thanks, Marty. We'll be talking soon, I'm sure.
Have a good day.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye. Athletic director Marty Crowley checking in as Marty mentioned. The tempers are out there on Thanksgiving morning, and I thought they did a real good job. And credit to the referees too. I thought they reffed a real good game. they weren't even complaining too bad up in the press box about the about the officials' call. So
Not too bad.
not too bad. So why don't we take a break? When we come back, we'll go around Rhode Island and New England. But there's something that you want to get off your chest about Patriots, Bruins, Red Sox making a trade, Celtics. Hey, give us a call, 401-766-1240, and you can join us in the cheap seats. And we'll be back right after these messages.
You can drive home in a brand new Buick or GMC by coming to Tasca Buick GMC in Woonsocket. Right now, the 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation Crew Cab with a TurboMax engine has 0% APR for well-qualified buyers. All 2025 Buick models, Envision, Encore GX, Envista, and Enclave have 0.9% APR for well-qualified buyers, plus no monthly payments until next year. Stop in for a test drive today to Tasca Buick GMC, 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Visit TascaBuickGMC.com. You will be satisfied.
When you're ill and need same-day care, remember North Smithfield Urgent Care and Lincoln Urgent Care for affordable and accessible care. You'll always be seen by a board-certified physician who will assess the problem and make you feel safe and reassured. Check their websites for convenient patient and medical forms, which you may fill out before the visit. North Smithfield Urgent Care, 594 Great Road, North Smithfield, 768-3400. And Lincoln Urgent Care, 2 Wake Robin Road, Lincoln, 333-9595.
When disaster strikes, trust the experts at Service Master by Gilmore. From water and fire restoration to mold remediation and emergency cleanup, we've been restoring peace of mind for over 40 years, now proudly serving all areas, including our newest service location in Rhode Island. No job is too big or too small. Day or night, we're here for you. Call Service Master by Gilmore at 1-800-783-0552 or visit us at the web at www.svmgilmore.com. Restoration done right every time.
Are you looking to beautify your property this autumn? Look to A.J. Moran for stonework patios, steps, walkways, plus retaining walls. Are you looking to beautify your home this autumn? A.J. Moran can put veneer stone right on your house to have beautiful looking stone. And if that's not what you want, A.J. Moran can rebuild indoor fireplaces with veneer stone. It's real natural stone. Check out what they can do online, ajmoraninc.com. A.J. Moran.
And welcome back to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. Why don't we go right to the phone lines? I believe we got the Mighty Moose on the line. Moose, are you there?
Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Pat. I hope you had a very nice holiday.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you did as well.
Thank you very much. Listen, just want to allude just back a moment to where you and Blue were talking about the Woonsocket Cumberland game. Now, listen, the only thing I heard about was the final score on ON radio.
Thank you.
But according to you guys' conversation, there was players thrown out of the game, and the game was almost halted. Is that correct?
No. There was another game. It was down in Coventry, West Warwick, where they stopped the game. They canceled the game with 10 minutes to go. And that was down in Coventry, West Warwick. So my overall point was these games get really chippy. And yes, there was an ejection in the Cumberland Woonsocket game, but it was handled so seamlessly you wouldn't have even really known what happened. It was just a bunch of penalties. But Marty and Nancy, the athletic directors at the two schools, there was a press conference with the coaches and the players on Monday where they kind of got together and just to kind of set the tone and reset the rivalry. Basically, he said, "Look, be competitive, hit each other, go out there, try to win, but don't get yourself, don't get no bench clearing brawls." Right. And as the game got chippy, both teams and one.
So Marty and the other athletic director settled this aimlessly in a nameless manner. Sure.
So the game went off as it should, just the game, and we're talking about it in the positive sense. The people down in the other part of the state, they're not as positive right now. Game canceled. Yeah, it was in hand, 38-0, but it was over. It was the whole fourth quarter to play.
Oh,
so.
Boy. Well, that's never good. That's never good to hear.
Right. Right.
Never good to hear. You can go on and say, well, that's a coach's playing for not being so disciplined with his own players.
Right.
There's several explanations that we are not aware of.
But sure. And credit Cumberland and Woonsocket's coaches for keeping things in check. Coach LaRoche for Cumberland, Coach Cordier for Woonsocket. They handled it great.
They handled it perfectly and calmly.
Yeah.
And kudos to them.
Yep, absolutely.
And the reason why I call is that the email I sent you yesterday about the Bruins-Rangers game. Now, I don't know if you got to it or read it or not.
Yeah, it's. I saw it late. I had plans last night. I know the Bruins lost. I know they had no players in the game, and then.
Well, I didn't even know Pasternak wasn't playing until game time.
Yeah, no Pasta.
We didn't have any sports shows during the day because everything was on replay because of the holiday weekend.
Correct.
So we didn't have an up-to-date note on that, but I want to get particularly to the fourth goal that the Rangers scored, and I went back into the record books and checked the rules and regulations because I was a referee in hockey. And the fourth goal by the Rangers, you had a player standing in the crease before the puck got there, and he scored. Now, the announcer said, that goal was allowed because he didn't interfere with the goaltender.
Yep.
No. They didn't explain it correctly. It states, period, if you are standing an opposing player in the goal crease before the puck enters the crease, right, and the goal goes in, it is disallowed. You are not, if the puck goes in first in the crease and then you arrive and you score it, that is allowed. But Zibanejad, whatever his name is, Mikko Zibanejad, good player too.
Yep.
He was standing in the goal crease right on the side of Corpuscello before the puck entered the crease, unmolested, by the way.
Right.
Unmolested. He went into the goal crease on his own, unmolested. The puck came into the crease while he was standing there and went up his stick and scored.
So it didn't go off his stick though. It went off. Zadorov's stick. It didn't go off Zibanejad. He took the shot, and the other Ranger who is in the crease, and the rules changed, so you could be in the crease as long as you have.
No. Zibanejad scored on that. No. Zibanejad scored 2 goals within 45 seconds. That was Zibanejad in that crease.
Correct. He took the shot, and it went in off Zadorov. It was a deflection, so he got the goal.
And they are definitely allowing, not as strict. They're definitely allowing that if you're in the crease and the goalie still has adequate movement. They've changed it. If the goalie has adequate movement, maybe it's not in writing. I don't know. I'll try to look it up for next week for sure.
Yep.
But if the goalie has movement
before the puck gets in there. Period.
I think they've relaxed it because I've seen it a lot of times where I've said because the Bruins got called on it. Oh my gosh!
In the playoffs years ago.
Against, I was at that game. It was against the Red Wings.
You're right about shooting the puck, but
the toe in the crease.
The bottom line is you cannot stand in the crease before the puck gets into the crease. This player should have been called for interference. That goal should have been disallowed.
Yeah. I'll look into it, but I know they've relaxed it because I've seen that because I was that person that was always yelling, in the crease, he's in the crease, he's in the crease.
And it's a 3 or 4 times, Kevin.
Yeah, no.
I've seen it 3 or 4 times in the highlights.
Right.
He was in that crease, man, before the puck got there.
Yeah, so I'll look into it. I'll try to come up with something for next week.
There's another thing on that game, and briefly, now they fought back to down 4-2. It's in the third period. There's 4 minutes left. In the third period, he pulls the goalie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Too soon.
That I did see.
Too soon. Too soon.
It used to be, and the coaches, I don't know if this is analytics, I don't know what this is, I don't know if you've noticed this, it used to be 1 minute for each goal that you were down. So if there was a minute left in the game and you were down by 1, that's when they pulled the goalie. If you were down 2 goals, it used to be 2. I think what they're doing now is 2 minutes for every goal you're down.
They're throwing this clock in for. Look, it's 4 minutes, please. That's a lot of time.
A lot of time, but they were chasing 2, and then
if the other team scores an empty netter, you're sunk.
Oh yeah,
and that's exactly what happened.
Yep, exactly.
And they give up another goal like 25 seconds later. So
that's exactly what happened. So it bit you right in the you know where.
Yeah. So no, it was a tough day for the Bruins. They got another one today. They've played the most games in the league, them and the Rangers, and then things do settle down. They got 6 games over the next 15 days.
Let me ask you guys, either one of you, do you know the extent of Pasternak's injury?
No, it's first I heard of it was yesterday.
I think it was just a maintenance day.
But it's his first game he's missed in over 200 games, so he's played like 2.5 full seasons.
My guess is he'll be back in there tonight.
I hope so.
Okay.
I mean, they need him. And
they missed him yesterday.
Oh boy, I mean, I'm loving.
If you notice the emails, the Bruins look like a mush in a swamp.
Oh no,
they were awful the first two periods.
No, they have no depth. So to be down Zaka, Pasternak, and McAvoy, that's it's a tough situation.
What do you think? What do you think of the decision with back at the NFL for a moment when Philly scored the late touchdown to make it 24-15, and I said, well, they're going to go for the extra point, and then if they score another touchdown, they'll go for a deuce. Realistic, and that tells you that. Do the math. They went for the 2 instead.
I think
they're out of the game now.
He made a bad decision. It was too early to go for 2 there, and when if you can cut it to 1 score, you cut it to 1 score then.
Yeah,
absolutely. And if you fail, the game is sunk.
Yep.
Forget it.
Absolutely.
You got to get millions of dollars for this guy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I seen that yesterday. Yep. Hey, guys, look, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Moose. All right. And, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Next week.
Sounds good. All right. The Mighty Moose joining us here in the Chief Seats. If you want to join us in the Chief Seats, give us a call, 401-766-1240. Let me ask you this question, though, Pat, about the NFL. When I used to go to all the games a lot, I was that guy that was always go for it on 4th down. Doesn't matter. Go for it. Just go for it. Go for it. And my buddy was, no, kick. Take the points. Because it was like, if you do the math at the end of the game, if you take 3 here and you take 3 there, boom, next thing you know, you're only trailing by 1, or maybe you're up by 2. Take the points. And he brought me around to it. And this was a while ago. And now, nobody takes the points anymore. And they're at the 23-yard line. These guys are banging 67-yard field goals. Oh, I don't understand why on 4th and 2 at the 18 they're not taking the 36-yard.
Not all of them are kicking 63.
Well, no, I know not all of them, but
yeah, I mean, listen, it's come back to bite Detroit in the butt.
Yes,
I mean they're 13 for like 32 on 4th down this year. They're like
go take the points. Yes, okay, the fans may boo you. Who cares? Fans don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm in the crowd. That's why I'm not a player. I'm not a coach. Go take the points. The other team's giving you the points. How many? Bend don't break.
Defense, for Detroit, it's like 19 turnovers essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Not only do you not get it, you risk the turnover. Which is could be a pick six or a scoop and score anyway.
No, but it is. Effectively it's a turnover.
Right. Exactly. So I don't understand it. I mean, even the Patriots last week, after 6 fails from the 1, I think 8 in total from inside the 5, they finally said kick on 4th and inches, and you got to figure the 8th time's the charm. It wasn't. They good for them. They kicked, and they needed those 3 points ultimately at the end of the game, because it forced Cincinnati to go for a touchdown instead of a game-tying field goal. So, and what did Cincinnati show last week with these teams going for it on 4th down? There was that bad pass interference call against the Cincinnati defender at the 5-yard line, which set up 1st and goal from the 5, and that set up 2 different drives where the Patriots couldn't punch it in from the 5-yard line in. So I learned, interfere. Don't give up the touchdown. Do a pass interference. Make the Patriots earn it from it.
Oh yeah, the Patriots for sure.
And you got to. Hey, why don't we take a break? When we come back, we'll continue on with some Pats and some Bruins and some Sox. We'll get to our local roundup eventually, because there's a couple things I do want to touch on. Even if we don't get to everything, there's a couple things I want to touch on with the PC anyway, and Bryant, a lot going on at Bryant University. So, but if you have any thoughts you want to get off your chest, you're watching football all weekend, give us a call, 401-766-1240. We want you to join us in the Chief Seats. We'll be back right after this.
State Line Service and Tire Center is a full-service vehicle maintenance and repair center, including computerized engine analysis, wheel alignment, emission testing, exhaust, and more. Their ASE-certified technicians use only quality parts to maintain your manufacturer's warranty. Regular maintenance is important. Remember to check your tires for pressure and wear. If you need tires, State Line will shop for you to get the best possible price, and they welcome any questions you may have about maintaining your vehicle. State Line Service and Tire Center at 1209 Social Street, Woonsocket at the City Line. 765-0146.
The world-class distributor of all things electrical is Electrical Wholesalers. They are a full-service electrical distributor with branches throughout Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire. Locally, they're at 113 Clinton Street next to KFC here in Woonsocket, with other locations in Cranston and Franklin, Massachusetts. Electrical Wholesalers provides the highest quality service to electrical contractors as well as residential, commercial, and industrial customers. Electrical Wholesalers is open Monday through Friday, 7 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. Visit ew-ne.com. Electrical Wholesalers.
If you want your yard to be the envy of the neighborhood, then you need to contact Rosato & Sons of Westboro. They've been turning outdoor visions into reality across Massachusetts for more than 37 years. From custom patios, walkways, and outdoor kitchens to low-maintenance water features and landscape lighting. Looking for routine lawn maintenance, irrigation, or seasonal color? Rosato & Sons has you covered. They are a full-service landscaping firm doing it all in-house for unmatched quality and reliability. When you're ready to elevate your outdoor living, visit rosatoandsons.com to request your free estimate. Rosato & Sons of Westboro, where beautiful landscapes aren't an expense, they're an investment.
Blackstone Valley's OM Radio.
And welcome back to the Chief Seats with Pat and Kevin, the most consistent local sports talk show in the area from 9 to 10 every Saturday morning. We've missed 2 in our, 80 weeks of doing shows.
No time off.
For the Community Care Alliance Radiothon, very successful last week. So congratulations to them for all the money that they raised last Saturday morning from 6 to 11. So look it up. I'm sure they're still accepting donations at the Community Care Alliance. Anyway, it seems like it's a year-round thing, and you can do some good things. So all right. So McAvoy, Bruins defenseman. Bruins are awfully silent on this. It kind of leaked that he had surgery. I'm not sure. There was also like another feed that said something may have been up with his son, who may have been hospitalized. But it's awfully quiet. The only thing here is he may want to play in the Olympics. And then everyone can picture Chara when he breaks his face and he comes back with a shield 2 days later in the playoffs. So, but that's what people.
It is a little different.
It's a lot.
If it were the playoffs, I'm sure he, probably would be back. And again, we don't know the extent of it. He looks like he definitely had some surgery.
You're right.
It almost looks like he shattered his jaw or something.
Yeah.
I mean, the initial picture that his wife put out on Instagram, he looked like the Elephant Man.
Is that when he was holding his son?
Yeah.
In that
but
picture?
I think there's definitely something was going on with his son at the same time.
Okay.
Because we do know that Dan Quinn,
Mike
Sullivan, sorry,
the coach of the Rangers,
who is his father-in-law, took personal leave,
and they didn't say why.
They didn't say why, but they said he was back in Boston for a family issue.
Okay, I didn't even hear the back in Boston. I just heard that he missed the game,
and it was at the same time that it was the same weekend of his McAvoy's injury, but now it looks like there might have been something going on with his son.
So
yeah.
So I don't want to speculate on that, but I just know that McAvoy doesn't have the toughest reputation in the league, and I'm hoping that they need him. The Bruins don't have enough depth, though you do wonder. The Providence Bruins are 14-3, so maybe there is some depth down there that can help them. And Morgan Geekie has come out of nowhere, basically starting around this time last year. He's behind only Draisaitl from Edmonton in goals scored, so he's even ahead of Pasternak.
He's second in the league right now in goal scorer,
and he scored yesterday as well. So. So the Bruins, I get excited, and then they lose 6 in a row. Then they win 7. Get excited.
Yeah, they're inconsistent. They're still taking bad penalties.
That's the killer. They don't have enough depth. They're shorthanded, and then they make themselves shorthanded on the ice.
I can live with the physical penalties. I can't live with the reaching stick
or any too many men. Which
well, those,
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but
it's so they got a game tonight. Then they get back on a regular Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule over the course of the next 2 or 3 weeks or so. And then they'll have a nice break in the Olympics. But they got to stay in contention. I want them in the playoffs. I don't want them tanking. I don't want any of that. I think they're good enough to not tank. Second line was starting to come along as well. So, all right. So it's
Hey, listen, I'd much rather be in the Bruins situation right now than, in having, they talk about a limited amount of talent, right? Than to be in Toronto's position where they have a ton of talent and they just can't do anything with it.
No. Have you seen this is completely off topic. Have you seen like the memes that are going on after the Blue Jays lost the World Series and them going up to Toronto Maple Leafs like, do you guys have any idea what we're going through?
And they're all like, we do.
Yeah, you get used to it after a while.
Yeah, 1967.
Yes, exactly. So that's before our time. That's not by much, but before our time. So, all right, switching topics before our next break. Red Sox made a trade this week. I think I'm the only one that's not all woo-hoo about it. Sonny Gray's 36 years old. Some people said he's the number 2. Some people say he's the number 3. They gave up Richard Fitz, who spent some time in Boston last year. Okay, Brandon Clark, I guess he throws 100, but has no control. That's what we're going to give up. We'll never hear their names again. Maybe Fitz. Your thoughts, Sonny Gray? I mean, he's got a decent career.
They need starting pitching, and Fitz is injury prone, and couldn't stay. I don't think he could pitch a whole season. So I'm fine with it as long as it's not the only move.
Well, it's a 1 year with the buyout and with what the Cardinals are picking up and what the Red Sox have to pay. It's ultimately a 1 year, $31 million contract. Sox, he's going to get 30. There's a $10 million buyout, and then the Sox are on the hook for a total if there's a buyout for 30. His second worst stats in a ballpark in a small sample is Fenway Park. He has an ERA, I think I read earlier this week, 9.58. It's limited innings. It's like 26 2/3 innings. But he has not pitched well at Fenway. He's played with the Cardinals, the Yankees, which is encouraging. So he understands like bigger markets for baseball. But I have a tough time getting excited for a 36-year-old stopgap 1 year pitcher.
Well, their job isn't to get you excited in November, Kevin.
Well, it's the hot stove. It's the time to get excited.
Well, that's why I said, as long as it's not the only move.
Right. And I agree with some of the talking heads up in Boston. If they get excited about signing Alex Bregman to a contract, that doesn't count. I still count Alex Bregman as being part of this team. I know he's a free agent right now, but that's not the big signing. It was last year when they brought him in from another team. But no, get Bregman back. Sonny Gray.
There's no pleasing you.
What's that?
There's no pleasing you.
No, there isn't, because I still want Joe Ryan.
And maybe they'll bring him in.
That's what I want.
Slow down.
No. They signed some useless minor
now
league.
He's useless?
No, some infielder. Some 29-year-old AAA, 135 career batting average in the majors. Infielder. Don't print up your Red Sox World Series tickets.
But there hasn't been any real major signings yet. Toronto just signed the pitcher from San Diego to a huge $231 million over 7 years.
I missed that. When did that happen? Over break? Over Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it just happened like 2 days ago.
Oh. I was having turkey. I missed it.
So anyway.
That's big. I did hear that the Blue Jays were back in the running for Bo Bichette. I would like the Sox to get
They haven't signed him yet. But
no.
Yeah.
And then my kids got all excited that the Sox were in the running for Screwball from Detroit, and I said, "Careful! I fell for it last year with Juan Soto, and the Sox offered $700 million, which was great, and he ended up signing for $765 million." So Red Sox put this stuff out there through their PR stuff. We're in on to make people like me get all excited, and then they pull the rug out from underneath your feet, and you collapse again, and you're like, oh, but we were all in on Screwball. They just, we couldn't part ways with Connor Wong, and that's what killed the deal. I made that up, but it's always something that breaks it down. And I want, not to be fair, they got Crochet last year. That was good.
Was it?
It was. I was very happy. Sure? I was very happy with Crochet.
Okay.
but I want Screwball or Ryan. You don't have to give me both. But I want Screwball Orion. I think that's fair. Minnesota was getting rid of everybody last year at the deadline. They got rid of like 8 to 10 guys. The only one they didn't get rid of was Joe Ryan. And the Red Sox were in on him.
They didn't get rid of him.
Very clear. So they were in on it. And
they have to get rid of the player, though. It's not like they were in on it, but they sent them somewhere else. All right.
They frustrate me because I think they work harder at putting word out on who they're in on than actually getting the guy. You didn't hear that they were in on Crochet and then they got him. They didn't leak that, and then.
Well, we heard that he was out there, that they were looking at him.
I don't know. I just.
Toronto signed Dylan Cease from San Diego for 7 years, 200 and 210.
Do you have good number? You have his numbers in front of you?
He was their best pitcher, so.
Okay.
I think that's who they initially wanted. San Diego offered him to the Red Sox supposedly, but they wanted a bunch. They wanted a bunch back in a trade, and I don't know who Toronto gave up, but it was a sign. They had to sign him.
Oh, one of those sign and trade things. So, all right. So while you look at that, and there's one more bit of information, and we'll hear from Moose on this in the future as well. Did you see who has signed up to play in the World Baseball Classic? Crochet and Whitlock from the Red Sox, and Ohtani did sign up to play for Team Japan. What are your thoughts on these pitchers pitching in March in an event that baseball is promoting and has promoted in the past? This is, it's like the Olympics. It's like the Four Nations in hockey last year. Your thoughts on the Sox, Crochet and Whitlock pitching in March, meaningful games?
I don't like it.
You don't?
I don't like it, but...
Why not? You're afraid of injury?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm for it. These guys have been playing since they're 5 years old. They throw 9 months out of the year. They're ramping themselves. By the time the World Baseball Classic rolls around,
and Crochet died towards the end of last year. His numbers were down. He
had a real good playoff game. Well, the team lost. He didn't have the chance to pitch again.
Right, but her numbers tailed off towards the end of the season.
Have him skip a start in May. Have him skip a start in June.
So he can pitch in the World Baseball Classic? I think that's what the Red Sox want to do?
No, it's not what they want to do, but did the Bruins want Charlie McAvoy, hurting himself for Team USA?
I'm sure they don't.
Right, and that's to Moose's point, and where we want to play, because players want to play.
It's different.
It's different in baseball. What about Ohtani?
Yeah, the baseball isn't as... I mean, they're playing for their country, but not in the Olympics.
Well, it's like the Olympics, the World Baseball Classic.
Not really.
Well, it's world.
It's not world.
Well, it's the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, but there's only like 6 countries playing.
More than that, isn't there?
I don't think so.
And what about Ohtani? Yes, but only if he doesn't pitch, or yes?
I don't really care about Ohtani. But he's gonna pitch. He's gonna. I don't know if he'll pitch. Maybe he won't.
I don't know. I say good. Promote the event. Give us some meaningful ball in March. So, all right. When we come back, I want to touch on Providence College. I want to lead with Bryant because they're in a situation that they've never been in before. So I'm definitely going to hit on that, and a little bit more on the Patriots as they get ready to play the Giants on Monday Night Football. If you have any thoughts on anything, give us a call, 401-766-1240, and you can join us in the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. We'll be back right after this.
You can drive home in a brand new Buick or GMC by coming to Tasca Buick GMC in Woonsocket. Right now, the 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation Crew Cab with a TurboMax engine has 0% APR for well-qualified buyers. All 2025 Buick models, Envision, Encore GX, Envista, and Enclave have 0.9% APR for well-qualified buyers, plus no monthly payments until next year. Stop in for a test drive today to Tasca Buick GMC, 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Visit TaskaBuickGMC.com. You will be satisfied.
If your garage door needs replacing because of wear, performance, or appearance, think of Woonsocket Door Sales, your complete overhead door facility for installation and maintenance, including framework repair and security. Woonsocket Door Sales features important information about security on their website. For attached garages, be safe with a good deadbolt lock or door monitor. And remember, detached garages often contain valuable tools and recreation equipment. Woonsocket Door Sales since 1935. 1 Biltmore Avenue, Cumberland. 767-3448.
Appreciate your customers, then give them the best job possible. That's been their motto at Michaud's Auto Body since 1948. They have continually invested in the newest and best frame unibody equipment available, as well as color matching techniques. Michaud's Auto Body is a certified Class A facility where all collision repairs are 100% guaranteed. Michaud's Auto Body at 430 Privilege Street, Woonsocket. 769-1983.
If you're celebrating a major event, regardless of the reason, Michael's Meats of Cumberland can elevate your next meal from ordinary to extraordinary with meats so good your guests will ask you where you got them. Tell them Michael's Meats. Michael's Meats is in the Walgreens parking lot on Mendon Road in Cumberland, just north of the Seabro Plaza. They're open Monday through Saturday at 9 a.m., making your next meal truly special. Here's this week's specials at Michael's Meats.
And this week's special at Michael's Meats. Michael's has fresh grade A chicken cutlets for just $2.99 a pound at Michael's Meats. Yum, yum, yum. I'm sure he's starting to get ready to take some Christmas orders now that Thanksgiving's over. So get your orders in early. So all right. So thank you to Michael's and all of our sponsors. But I want to kick over to Bryant University. What is going on there is incredible, and what is potentially could happen as well. The men's soccer team, they got a first round bye. They took down Seton Hall last Sunday at home by a score of 1-0. Because St. Louis University upset number 6 Indiana, Bryant was once again home tomorrow night in a Sweet 16 matchup. But get this, if they win, they'll play the winner of Akron and Duke next Saturday. And that also, I checked with Tristan Hobbs yesterday just to make sure. Friend over at Bryant, our associate athletic director that we like to check in with. But Bryant's ranked higher than both of those teams. So if they win, they have another home game, and I think that's next Saturday night, and that would be a Final 8 game to advance to the Final 4. So if you get a chance, Bern Stadium, is that how you say it? Is it Bern? It's B-E-I-R-N-E.
Barron Stadium.
Barron Stadium. They hold a little over 5,000. Last week was not sold out. It was kind of cold and raw. Sunday night. Game tomorrow night over at Barron.
Cold and raw.
What's that?
It'll be cold and raw.
Cold and raw, so you're used to it if you went last week, but you'll be warmed by their winning ways. Definitely get over to Bryant. And they have, and just, to continue on Bryant, their women's team is off to their best start in program history. And they've been winning by an average of 20 points per game. They actually have a game tomorrow at PC down at Alumni Hall at 1 o'clock. And the PC women are off to a 5-2 start as well. So Bryant, I think, has done a tremendous job building up basically their Division I program. Going from Division II to Division I. I think they've been Division I for about 10 years or so. They started building it up with their lacrosse program many years ago, their soccer program was ranked as high as number 2 or 3 in the country this year too. They're currently ranked number 5, but they do play out of the America East, so I think that's why they got a lower seed all the way down to 11. Vermont got eliminated. The last year's defending champions, who they had a high seed. There's been a lot of upsets, so Bryant's got a legitimate shot not only go to the Final 8 but to the Final 4. In Division I, men's soccer, the women's team is off to a great start. The men's team has a new coach. Men's team did so well last year that their coach went to a a higher level job at the collegiate level. I know the football team struggled a bit this year. The baseball team has done well. So it just really hats off to the Bryant program. And now you as our soccer guy, Pat, always professional soccer. Did you ever get into the college soccer at all?
A little bit. It's a yeah. I mean, I've watched it. It's a little bit of a different game, but yeah. I mean, I've started to watch it more and more. Obviously, going over to the Providence games and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or at least the Providence women's games.
Okay. Well, and your daughter plays, so I mean,
yeah.
that
So
helped a lot
yeah,
as well.
Yeah. So Bryant's done a great job in building up that program. Their for what I understand, their coach is phenomenal at bringing in talent too.
Yeah.
So which obviously is key in college.
He's in his second, maybe third, but at least second year of the program.
And it's a good academic school, right? So that's the other thing. It's not like
one of the 3 Bs. Was it Bentley, Babson, Bryant for business? And
so
you
can't go wrong. And they do a great job, great atmosphere over there. I've been to a couple of the basketball games, and I haven't gotten to a soccer game. Maybe I'll try to get there tomorrow night. We'll see.
Yeah. So I want to thank Tristan Hobbs for shooting him a text on Thanksgiving family weekend yesterday just to confirm a couple of things that we just recorded, and he got back to me within about 5 minutes of that. So Tristan, if you're listening, we really, really appreciate it, and everything that's going on in Bryant, so close here to obviously ON Studios, so close to the Mass line, 20 minutes away from where I live, 20 minutes away from you, give or take. It's easy access. So, and I can't wait. Is it next week we get to hear, or the week after we get to hear what team, hopefully, that they'll be hosting for the World Cup?
Yeah, I think the draw is next week.
Yeah.
So then they'll find out if they're hosting one of those teams.
Yeah, some country, right. And I mean, with the way all the big guns came out, with the governor and the Bryant president, and everybody was out there for the big press announcement to announce that they were in the running, you almost got to feel like they really do have the upper hand. And at the time, I believe they were the only New England facility in the running at the time. I don't know if others have jumped in now.
I have not.
And the former Biltmore in Providence is also
right.
They have a new name, but because
they don't have any
nobody knows what the name
so
of the
whoever
hotel
stayed there would have to be bussed somewhere to train. So
but they're getting the infrastructure in place, to what will be known as Boston Stadium. We'll know it as Gillette or Schaefer or Sullivan or Foxborough Stadium. But
you get a big game, URI, right, today?
They do have URI football.
Central Connecticut State?
Central Connecticut at noon. So there's still time to get down there. They are ranked number 9 in the country, URI football. Jim Fleming is the coach of that team. They're 10-2. They won the CAA outright. I think they tied for it last year, so they got a share of the title. Again, college football not big up here. Boston College is our closest thing, and they're 1-10. No, they are playing Syracuse today. But they're on campus at 12 o'clock today. If they win, they play next Saturday against UC Davis. I'm not sure what time. Probably sometime after 3, because it'll be in California, so let them wake up. But what the Rams been doing, URI, it's kind of exciting to see that around here, it's always just been PC basketball, and then everybody else falling by the wayside. And to a certain extent, it's still a little bit like that, but it's nice to see URI making some noise at the football level. They're doing a major renovation on their stadium.
I mean, I'll let you continue to say that it's still about PC basketball, but
PC. No, not BC. Providence College.
PC.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
and they're not that. They're really not that good.
No, so. Well, and my wife actually asked me. She's like, "Is Kim English, the coach of Providence College, on the hot seat?" And my initial take was no, not yet, because of all the NIL and the transfer portal and things like that. However, they had an impressive win last week against Penn State last Saturday, and you start to feel pretty good about PC basketball, and then they're up to their old selves. Thanksgiving night, losing to Wisconsin 104-83. 104
they lost
is
yesterday too, right?
Yeah, and then they lost to Florida 90-78, and the game wasn't that close.
No,
it was like a 15 to 20 point game most of the way.
They couldn't get it under.
Right,
under
up until the
12,
very
I
end.
think,
Yeah, it was mostly a 15-point game, especially in the second half. Florida went on a 9-1 run in the second half and really never looked back. Took that like 12, made it 20, and then they hung between 15 and 20 until the very end. PC, yeah, now it drops them to 4-4 on the year, and you got to figure, some of their wins, UNH, Holy Cross. Penn, I think I'm going by memory now. In Penn State, no real signature wins other than Penn State, I guess. Florida was at least ranked number 10 in the country. They're 0-6 lifetime against Florida, and I think they're 0-8 against SEC teams. Defense, they don't know how to play. So in response to my wife's question, is Kim English on the hot seat? If they don't make any sort of turnaround, I think he will be. If they continue to flounder at 500, without continuously giving up 80 plus points a game, 85. I mean, to give up 104 in a 40-minute game when the NBA gets to 104 in a 48-minute game. The defense has just been unacceptable. And the hockey team, speaking of Providence College, loses another one to Colorado College last night, 3-2. I caught the very end of that game. But they're now 6-2 on their season. That they were supposed to be top 5, top 8 in the country, and I think they were still holding on to 15 or 16, but
I think they were 15th going into last night. They did take their best player took a 5-minute major game misconduct in the first period for a hit to the head. So,
and they're very strict on that. That's very consistent across college hockey. Go anywhere near the head, you get 5, and they'll review it.
Oh, they were. Yeah, it was reviewed
to make sure. And
so it was tough. I mean, they killed off the 5-minute major, but obviously you lose your top scoring player, and it's tough to recover from that.
Right. So Lehman, the coach of PC, had NCAA champion aspirations at the beginning of the year, which is good. You want to have high aspirations, but now at 6-2. You're 14 games in. It's only a 40-game season. No, it's like a 32-game season.
Right.
So, I don't know. The hockey team, they got one more game this calendar year, December 9th, the Mayor's Cup against Brown. Then they have a winter break. They don't play again until January 2nd at home against Alaska Fairbanks. And then Hockey East really gets rolling. I think Maine comes into town, or they go to Maine after that. Just really quick on Brown hockey, for college hockey, they face a challenge. They're playing number 11 Northeastern today. Face-offs at 4 o'clock. Tell you, and they don't get enough love, is all the women's sports teams, basketball teams in the area. Providence College is 5-2. Brown women are 5-2. The Bryant, as previously mentioned, is 7-0. And I believe URI is, they just had their first loss. They're 6-1. So, your daughter plays basketball or has aspirations to play as a college basketball, check out the local Division I college basketball teams, because they are destroying the men in the standings right now. So very very good basketball on the women's side.
Yeah.
I've only been to one. You ever been to a women's college basketball game?
No.
I've been to one. The one that was against Brown against Merrimack. Brown won. Good game. It was actually kind of fun to see. And if you're looking to go to a Providence Bruins game, you might as well wait a while. They've got 11 of their next 13. Well, it started Wednesday. 11 of their next 13 are away from the AMP. They do have a home game Sunday, December 7th, and then Saturday, December 20th, and then not again until January 4th.
The circus.
Is circus in town? That used to always be the
something's in town.
That was always the thing with the Boston Garden. The circus is in town. The Bruins, Celtics would take off for the month of January. Yeah, exactly. Weird scheduling this year. Providence Bruins in the 20+ years that they've been around, always Friday, Sunday. I actually did a count. They only have 6 Friday night games this year and 14 Saturday games. So, just when you think you can count on something, now you're like, oh, Friday night you want to go to Providence Bruins? No, they're not playing. A lot of Saturday games. I don't know who makes up the schedule. I wonder if that was a Providence Bruins request. I don't know. I haven't been. I got to get to one of those games.
Well, you got to fit PC in for their home games there.
Exactly.
They should be playing that somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We had mentioned New England Lightning in the past. They're off until December 6th. They're on a break. They're ranked number 5 in the country. They play out of the Pawtucket Boys and Girls Club. We've had Paul Rogers on. We'll have him on again in the morning. Anything? And congratulations to the Cumberland High School girls cross country team. The 3-time state champion, 2-time New England champion, claimed 5th place. Two-time New England runner-up, claimed 5th place out of 31 of the best high school teams in the country last Saturday in the Northeast Regionals. They were 3rd last year. They were led again by their state champion sophomore sensation Cecilia Ludwig, who placed 13th out of 263 runners. She took 13th last year, and she shaved 41 seconds off her time in a 5K, basically. So that 41 seconds, that's a lot. That's a real lot. So, all right. Special programming note: if you were a WWF fan growing up, Andre the Giant and a special mystery guest will take on the Wild Samoans next week. So next week in the cheap seats with Pat and Kevin, it'll be Pat with a special mystery guest, as I will be attending a wedding next week. So you get to sit in the captain's seat.
That's right.
It's all set up for you. You get all new buttons to play with here. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us in the cheap seats. We want to wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving weekend. Continue on and enjoy the holiday season. And we'll see you back next week. Go, Pats.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union.